can you see? You look great. Can you see us now?
No, I don't see it. I can't see you guys. I just.
Okay, just a second. I think the reception now is much better than. I think we should be able to see him and we should be able to see us now. Thank you once again for.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for inviting me. I really enjoy it.
Okay. Okay, let me come over here so you can see me as well and we can see you. And how's the weather in Chicago?
I mean, it's a little better than it used to be yesterday. I mean, it's warming up.
That's good. We had a rainstorm, but now it just calmed down. So yeah. I'm very happy because the reception should be better. Usually when we have a rainstorm, the internet reception is not so good.
The sound is I mean, I can hear very, very well. You know?
I did something ingenious. What I did is I connected my phone to my computer, and I'm using my phone's internet, which is a little bit stronger than the school's internet. So you see, technology is improving step by step.
Because actually, I think it is our topic today, you know, our technology.
Yes.
Customer relations management, all about technology.
Yes. So let's start this lecture, this forum lecture, and talk a little bit about customer relationship management. Eddie, you can start. You can introduce the topic if you like, and give us some opinions or.
Okay. Yeah, let me start by playing the old device guy. Okay. So back in the 80s, when you guys were not around yet, okay, back in the 80s, every company used to have a huge paper trail. And they did a lot of market survey, and they did a lot of customer files. They had customer files, and the point was to organize the file as good as possible, so we can browse through that, you know. And so basically, they were not able to manage the data. Now the first revolution came in the 80s. Basically, 1986 was turning point. And what was the first revolution? The first customer relation management through technology was when they put all the data from the paper on computer. They had, you guys cannot remember that. They had, back then, they had those big iron, they call them. Big iron computers, big computers, very fast computers, big computers. And they managed to store the data in those computers. But the big revolution took place in the 1990s, in the early 21st century. And it was basically that they replaced the big iron computers with the cloud. And so here comes what the data does. You know, you have a small computer in your hand, but you can't use all the data. And so everybody everybody started buying laptops and the laptop on iPhones, iPods and everything. And so everything was on the cloud. Now, the third revolution is taking place now. And we can project a future revolution, you know. Of the third revolution in customer management was going to social media. So basically, if you take the when the cloud. The point was to have all the phone calls, customer service relationship, email, chat, web chat, everything about your customers, buying history, and so on, and to have them organized in a cloud, and you could access them everywhere in the cloud. Now, you add to this data about phone calls and chat and emails and even letters, paper letters, and complaint, satisfaction, whatever you have. So you add social media. And social media gives you a very insight to Facebook, Twitter, whatever, any insight. What's the idea? What's the concept? So they could make about the future. Now, what is going on is going further on to hook into the financial history of your customer. And so you know their financial history, you know their buying power, you know how to handle money. Now this is a great zone, but you know that it's different for companies to buy information from one company. So it's Amazon, but it's becoming like and not to talk about along with Amazon, there is a like they sometimes they hack systems and they sell the data, or the companies are buying and selling data from each other about customers. So they have new technology, new algorithms to work out the data. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
I can't see you anymore, but that is another problem. So, I mean,
we turn off the video so we can hear you better.
Yeah. And I believe what is the next step, basically, is to add the neuroscience and the brain science and psychology to this, because technology, and this is not everything here, is also to the ability to predict the behavior of people and to understand their motives and the drives when they buy. And so this is what we call customer relationship, customer relationship management, okay, to technology. Now the problem, let's take for example Amazon. I think Amazon is the greatest story. Respect. First of all, let's ask a question. What is motivating customer? And forget about this idea. Customer buy those goods that he really needs. Like there is an evaluation of need and all. The customer needs that or this. Okay, this is going to buy. What is the basic motive in buying? Is the feeling of empowerment. They want to feel they are in control when they buy. And this is what the CMR is providing. It's providing Amazon has created a virtual store for every customer. So this is first step, okay? So you customer, you have your own virtual store. You feel empowered. Second, they go after clothing. Whenever you buy Amazon, they always send the same book was bought by people who also bought this book. You buy it, and they are going to tell you, people who bought this product also bought other products. the same time. And so you are more likely to buy a product if you are sold in home already, and the vice versa. Now, take let me give an example, for instance. Go on Facebook, there is, let's say, there is that is Jill Tan, and she loves to post her pictures, and to record every step forward in improving her fitting. Now, you definitely think that person is also interested in buying some supplements or or is interested in healthy food. Yeah? And you are going to market that person with advertising for supplements for healthy food and so on. On the other hand, that person has friends on Facebook. And here's another revolution which I'd like to emphasize. Basically, the classic story of PRM. They started targeting people according to ethnic groups and gender. Because people, parts of the world have different tastes and philosophy, life. So they're targeting also by ethnic group, by religion, by the way, by geography, by culture. But now a new phenomenon emerging, we call digital crime. So people are not organized quickly with geographic boundary, but they are organized together in digital crime. And so to target digital crime, in order to tackle, you need to access and always to have a Facebook, Twitter, whatever something like now, because it only becomes it's easier for you can convey. But the point as to have your customer, they can make with you also access to their friend. You see their life, you see the pictures they post, and you touch friends. According life is so you see, technology. You need the technology. So today, make a good analysis. But also, we should make a projection out of it. We should keep in mind that with the era of internet and forwards, and so you always need to have my also beauty, because there is a style.
Indeed. Let me interrupt you for a second, because the reception is not so good. So I would like to maybe take a few minutes to see if I can make the connection better. And maybe
let me get up. Yeah?
Yeah, let me call you back in a minute. I don't know, I really thought that we can have better reception. It seems like... okay, so I don't know if you were able to hear what Eddie was saying. I know, this is why it's so frustrating. So I really hope that in the future the school can really upgrade the internet situation. It's so disappointing because Eddie has a lot of great ideas we can learn from. Basically, what he's been talking about is how all the different operations in customer relationship management is focusing on different ways of empowering whatever product or even services that they want to buy virtually, and they also try to help the customer find additional products or services that he or she may need. So in other words, what they do is whenever you buy a product or whenever you look at a product, they suggest, okay, customers that bought this product or the service, they also bought another product. They also bought the product.
So the buy information is
I'm sorry?
buy information.
To buy information.
Yes. Is that it?
What does that mean?
Yes.
Buying information. The meaning of buying information means basically you are trying to, okay, so you can find all kinds of information anywhere in the world, right? But only some information is useful. Okay, so sometimes you have to pay for information that is useful. Okay, and I think, okay, maybe some people think, okay, why should we pay for some information if we can find it for free? But the key is, a lot of time, many times you will spend a lot of resources and even time in trying to find the suitable information. And other people or companies and you know, CRM especially can benefit from finding the right information instead of trying to search through all kinds of information to figure out, okay, what information do we really need to help our customers. Okay, so that's an important point. I think it was trying to make up. Let me try a different way now to see if we can get better. Okay, let's try again.
Yeah.
Okay, so I changed the internet because we were not able to hear you so well. I don't know if it's going to work any better this time. But,
Imagine this is the perfect capacity, the perfect storm.
yeah,
Customer management relationship.
yeah. Yeah, this is the perfect storm in customer relationship management, not being able to communicate with your customers, right?
Absolutely.
When
Yeah.
they need you.
And they are dissatisfied, so they go for another country that has better technology.
Yeah. So this is actually my wish that hopefully in the future, unlike the other schools that we did this before, this school is like in the middle of the mountains. So I think maybe the internet and the wireless communication and even the wired communication is affected by the surroundings. So, so I think that's why this university is a bit special in a way, especially because it's the view is very beautiful. It's kind of like how to say. Well, we will take some pictures and show you one day.
I shall write there. Okay.
Yeah. Or maybe one day you will come to visit us in person. But the bad thing about it is we usually never have very good reception. Usually in all the other times that we tried, we've always had a little bit of a problem with reception. But okay, let's I changed to a different internet source. So let's go ahead and continue, and then let's see how this can.
Let me first sum it up briefly. Yeah. First, it's the first revolution from paper to PC. Yeah. Second revolution from PC to the cloud.
Okay.
And third revolution going into social media, adding social media.
Okay. Let me stop here to make sure that we all got this. Okay. So in customer relationship management, there were three main revolutions that he's talking about. So the first one was going from paper. Before everything was recorded on paper, right? So everything you know by the customer, and this is before you guys were born. But anyway, it's nevertheless a very important step. So customer relationship management has gone from data and information that was recorded all on paper to computers. Okay. Then the second revolution was going from simply using computers to store different kinds of data, going into the cloud. So, what is the significance of cloud? Any of you have any idea? Why is cloud so important? Because remember, initially when you had only data stored in companies' computers, only those in the company were able to access the information. But you weren't able to share it with your, let's say, chain supply or your partners to better help the customers. Now with cloud, we can share data with anyone and everyone in the world. And people that are buying certain products, they can share with each other. Companies they have partnerships with other companies that are focusing on the same or similar product. They can share together useful information about customers and how to better help them and so forth. And the last revolution is adding in social media. Now every company has a Facebook page or has some kind of a social network page where customers can interact with companies, and companies can interact with customers. We can write reviews, we can give them likes. Other people can see responses, our satisfaction with a certain product or certain company or service, and this can either be good for the company, it could be good responses or good reviews, or it can be bad. And maybe, well, it's always good because if the company if the businesses and companies see our responses and our review, they can start to make or try to make some changes to improve their service, to improve their relation with customers, to improve their product, to improve services and so forth. So either way, it's good for companies and it's also good for us, the customers. Okay, I think I kind of went over to your short summary, and I think now we are all caught up. And I'm sorry because we weren't able to hear you quite well the first time around. So
let us keep in mind that the first advantage of the cloud is that it's mobile. I mean, you can share your stockholders, of course, with everybody, but it's also mobile, so you can access the data from your laptop, from your iPhone. Now, this is almost manual, analytic now, but it will evolution.
yeah.
So it's more flexibility in your schedule as a business person, as a CEO, as a data analyst. You have more flexibility because everything is mobile. Now, what I to add, so we are living now an revolution when it's very important in CRM to include social media, as you said, because it gives you not only access to personal data, and you are interested about what likes, for instance. Let's say you are using Facebook, and your customer is like certain pictures or news, and you already know what kind of product that person will be in the future. So social media is first about projections about future products, about future customers. And you recruit new customers because you see the trends. They are all, as I said, they are digital types, And in the two stages of the revolution, they used to target ethnic groups and the geographic areas. Now they target digital tribes because people come together when they have the same taste and the same worldview, and they are potential buyers for your new product. Another step forward, another evolution, which is in the gray zone. I mean, there are, of course, ethical concerns about this. It's hooking into financial companies in order to know the habits of spending of your customers. You know, they are buying from you, so you know what kind of product they are going to buy. And it's very interesting. Amazon has here a special policy. They have different prices for different people. They want to sell their products, but if they notice by your spending habit that you are a big spender, they are going to sell their product for a bigger price, for an increased cost. If you are not that financially fit, they are going to target you with lower cost on the same product. This is very interesting. So, but on the other hand, we have the dark side. We have to keep in mind the dark side. First of all, when you place favoritism to certain customers, because you analyze data and you know which customers are more reliable, and you want to retain your customers, of course, and to win your customers, when you favor certain customers which are more reliable, you potentially lose other customers that perceive a kind of discrimination against them. And it's very important that you have not only very good technology, like good computers, but also good software, good ideas. but it's also about insights into human nature and about psychology. And so you need to have the right people to work with this technology, because technology can fight back. You know, another problem which is very, very important in our day. The more technology you are using, the more sophisticated data analysis you use, the more vulnerable you are to hacking and to data theft. And there are a lot of people. There is a black market for buying and selling private data. And for instance, let me give an example. In the United States, there is a Daniel factory in Barcelona. I don't know if it's in Taiwan, Barcelona.
We don't have Barnes and Nobles, but we have something similar. It's called Case, right? Case books.
Perfect.
Do you have Case books in the US? Case?
No.
It's like a cave, right? Case book. So we have Case, and it's very, very similar to Barnes and Nobles. You can actually go in there, look at books, you can sit down and read. And
okay. Well, let me go to Barnes and Nobles, because here's a very interesting history. So they had a very good data bank, data analysis. So whenever you buy, they ask you if you are a member, you have to become a member and apply for members. And they, of course, give them your email, your phone call, your phone, and of course, they have your credit card, so they have access to your financial history. Now, there has been a break into the data bank, Barcelona, and they stole everything. Of course, when I go to Barcelona, they ask me, do you want to become a member? I say, no. Oh, give me a discount. I don't care, okay? I don't need your discount. I don't want to be the data bank, because you guys are not good at security. And so, I mean, go on the cloud, you know? Everything is on the cloud, but the hacker can break that cloud and so all of them. And when that happens, you know you have lost. You have lost the trust of your customers. And if you lose the trust of your customer, you lose the market, even if your products are very, very good. So, another aspect is very important is that people like to be empowered. And I'm a perfect empowering customer and make a lot of money by empowering customers. Because you have your own infrastructure, like with FedEx, you can track the order. Very important customer. The customer can order, you know? And you have your money history on Amazon, on your virtual store, you know? But also, I said something.
I have a question, Eddie.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Amazon, with such a large number of customers and so much data on all their different customers, I'm surprised that they never had any security issues, like with Barnes and Nobles. And, what do you think might happen if Amazon one day would have a situation similar to Barnes and Noble? Do you think people would stop buying from Amazon or stop using Amazon?
I think first they lost probably part of their customers, but also the real problem is not the existing customer, it's future customers. No, I mean it's the future, because I think Amazon has doubled if I'm not wrong, please correct me, but as far as I remember, they have doubled these market customer relationship management. They have doubled the sales, but every day, no? Those are fantastic people. Now, imagine this is not going. If with data. This is the problem. The problem. Also, Amazon, very good. They were the first to implement this concept soulmate, which is very important, I think, in CRM. So,
What is it? Did you
soulmate.
say soulmate?
Soulmate.
Okay, so let me just give me a minute. So,
yeah.
Eddie is saying that Amazon, they did something very, very ingenious. They developed this idea of into the CRM, customer relationship management. They developed the idea of soulmate. Okay, now this is actually kind of new to me because I haven't really heard of anyone having any company that implements customer relationship management to do this sort of thing. Now, not only that, but since Amazon implemented their customer relationship management system into the business, they've also increased their sales and increased their customer traffic a lot, more than double from what they were saying. So, okay, tell us about this idea of soulmate. I think we're kind of losing the reception because it started raining again. So every time the rain starts, it's another problem. But okay, yeah, please share with us this idea of soulmate.
Yeah, imagine you go to a bookstore and you're looking for several books, and all the same department. You meet a person, it's a stranger, yeah. And that person says, "Oh, did you buy that book? I read it, it's fantastic. But did you also read this or that book?" I mean, this happens every store, yeah. You go to let's say, vitamin, and you buy a supplement. A person is asking you, "Are you using this supplement because you go to gym?" "Yes, I go to gym and I exercise, and I heard it's fantastic." "Oh, I use it too, and it's really good." But you know, I'm making but there's another supplement which is even better. Let me recommend it to you. So this is a soulmate. But I'm not
how do you get those soulmates on the internet?
This is the problem. They collect every information of you. Yeah. And this is when you find a job, they are looking in their background for people who want a similar job. They want to get there. The same data. And then they tell you, you know, people of this problem also this or that. No? They can't get but they want to get okay, if this is a soulmate, they might have simple ways. Now if you want to add more cycle, they go to Facebook, Twitter, and they likes and shares and the information you exchange on Facebook by kind of picture, and they realize that your roommate have similar things, so they put a new problem, and they see your data, immediately always something with the same problem. Now, you see, it's not only technology, very good technology, very good business intelligence, but they out with the psychology. So basically, a good company of mine is acting like an intelligence agency. They are collecting data, they are doing data analysis, they are coming out with projections in the future, with behavioral analysis, and they act strategic. They act But the basic of good relation. This is we have yes today. Now, anytime, as far as they are very good big, yes, are big. But faith as a big is a systematic custom relations map to technology. You can
Andy, give us a minute here. We're kind of losing you. The internet is giving us some issues. So let me try a different way, and then see if we can. Yeah, and we'll call you back. Okay. And also, it'll give me a chance to catch up on what you said.
Absolutely.
Okay. See you in a bit. Alright, so it seems like we're continuing to have problems here. So I'm going to try to see if I can connect the wire. Let's see. Anyway, okay, so I think maybe now we might be able to. I hooked up the wire, so let's see if we can have better reception. No, maybe not. If I can find a way to connect the wire internet, maybe that will be more stable. But okay, hopefully in the future we can have better luck with this. So basically, what Eddie was saying over the last 15, 20 minutes, he was talking about all these new modes of what other famous companies operate virtually? Okay, eBay is another one. However, eBay is a little bit more. eBay is focusing mostly on people that are selling second-hand products. Although there's quite a lot of online companies that sell new products through eBay as well. But initially eBay started out as a company for those interested in selling second-hand products. Kind of like Rooted, in Taiwan. Yeah. Amazon is also selling second-hand products, especially second-hand books. But what Eddie was saying is that Amazon has found a way to select among people. In other words, they target certain people that are big spenders and sell them certain products that are quite expensive. Because Amazon, they make a percentage of a sale, right? So the more money the product, the more money they make. And of course, they're not going to leave out anyone. They're also going to target those that are not big spenders, but they're still good customers. In other words, they buy less expensive products, but they buy often. So they find similar products or the same product at a cheaper price, so that those that don't have as much money, they will also be able to buy it. Amazon can continue to make profits. So any profit is a profit, right? Big or small. So the more ways of making profits you have, the more profit you can make, right? So you can target big spenders. You can target medium spenders and even small spenders. People that don't buy so often and don't buy expensive products. If you can make a profit from them, you can find a way to target all of them. And this is all done by the means of good customer relationship management. Now, unfortunately, there's a dark side to some of the customer relationship management methods that Amazon is using. Because sometimes some of the customers, they feel like they're maybe neglected, or they feel like they're not empowered, or they're not being put first, or they're not treated equally with other customers that are bigger spenders. Okay? So unfortunately, there's not always a good way to solve this issue of treating customers fair or equally, right? So obviously, we learned before that companies, not only Amazon, companies in general, they try to emphasize their market segment that bring them the greatest profit. Okay, so you focus on those, and you don't, the segment or the percentage of the market that do not give you the highest profit. You don't spend so much time and resources on pleasing or making them happy or providing the best customer relationship management to this group. So of course, these people might leave. If they're still happy with the products, they might continue to buy from you and so forth. But definitely those that you serve well
want to warn that I have a store, counter store over here.
Oh, so that's another issue.
It's not good for customer relationship management.
Yeah. Okay, then, yeah, please continue. Hopefully we can try to make out what you're saying.
Yeah, you think, you want to think at the customer relationship management, like definitely like intelligence, like in the movies, spies and everything. You want to collect as much that data as possible and to store it and to analyze it, and based on that analysis, we're going to make some decisions, strategic decisions, and implement it. But you also have to be aware that other companies would like to have your information, your data. And it's hacking, social engineering, there's a lot of social engineering. But also you just might have an employee, a frustrated employee, that would be willing to provide to sell the data, for money or just to take revenge. So all this happens. And just, I want to remind you a very interesting event that took place in the intelligence community when NSA lost some data. I mean, what data? Some software, software that they used to spy on certain people and use their business. I don't know. I'm not a young. They have very good software to spy on your cell phone, on your email account, on everything, on your bank account, everything. And they are using it in their business, their work. I have a problem with that. But the problem is that the software went out of the box, the camera box, went everywhere. Now, WikiLeaks published a source, and they did a good job because when you have the software program, you know the lines, you know how to protect yourself because you know what are the security codes, the backdoors, and so on. And so, you imagine what happens in our work on a daily basis. And I suggest when you buy a software, I would rather recommend open source software. Why open source? Because you don't want to have a backdoor. And if you have a backdoor, somebody is going to get into your data bank, steal all the data, and sell to other papers. I mean, you invested a lot of money and work to create your data bank and your analysis, and somebody else wants to steal it, that's it, I mean, it's gone. So they exploit it. I mean, information is the most expensive, the most looked at the merchandise in our time. So we need good information, but it also needs good security. One other aspect is that people don't like to be spied on. This is the problem. So you want to know as much as possible about your customers and about potential customers, but they don't like. And of course, your mission statement says we want to have as much information as possible in order to satisfy our customers, and of course to satisfy potential customers. But actually, let's be honest. You want to make money, Your real purpose. So what the customers don't like to be spied on. Then what to do? The best thing to do is to empower them. And I think that the very important thing is one of the key success of Amazon, because they know a lot of things about you. But they use it also to empower you. In a certain way, they share their power with you. And people feel good because they feel empowered, and they are going to be loyal to Amazon. I wanted to give an example of successful ARM, which is the fake news. And definitely fake news is unethical. I don't want to recommend fake news, But let's see their way of doing because they are not stupid. I mean, news is big business. Fake news is even bigger business. Fake news is a billion of dollars. That's why there are so much fake news, you know, because it's about money. Now, what they do, they go to social media. They see how you react on social media, certain events, on Facebook, definitely, on Twitter. I mean, Twitter has become more and more important. And they analyze the data. And they kind of define a certain market of people who love to hear a certain news. People who have to, people are not looking for truth. They this is good psychology. People are not looking for truth. People are looking to hear what they love to hear. So something the computer believes. And they keep feeding people with fake news that reinforce their beliefs and prejudice. The most developed fake news media is in the United States. It's very scientific, but it's scientific, because they take phone calls, emails, but they also analyze social media over time and people communication, and they get that kind of news that people would like to hear. Oh, this is a good news, and they are going to stick to that channel of news. Whether it's Fox News or let's say it's BuzzFeed or Private News or Infowars. They are going to stick to a certain channel of news that confirm their